Hello, everyone. Welcome. We'll get started shortly. Welcome, everyone. We'll get started shortly. Hey, Peter, welcome. Hey, Arthur, welcome. Hey, Gerald, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Hey, everyone. Welcome, guys. Welcome. All right. Hey, Arthur. Welcome. Hey, Gerald. Kawisi. Hey, Bill. Hey, Charity. Welcome, guys.
Hey.
Hello. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen. As you guys know, this is our stocks, options, and ETF class. All right. So stocks, options, and ETFs. All right. So, okay. So you guys should see my trading screen here. If not, please let me know. All right. So since this is our equities class, I want to show you guys something here. And uh, as long as we have a sell signal here on the monthly time frame on the Dow, we'll pay close attention to this. If it changes, right? If it changes, then we'll change, right? But I want to show you guys here, and again we'll go through this from time to time. All right, as long as we have a sell signal on the Dow on the monthly time frame. Okay, so just keep in mind that we've been in a markup phase since the 1980s, right, on the Dow. All right, so lots of buying. All right, started here. All right, started here. Right, so started here, but 1982 or so. And then here was the sell signal. So from 1982, this is a monthly time frame now, to 2001, that was the dot-com crash right here. All right, 2001. So we had a sell signal right here. All right, 2001. And then we had a buy signal in 2005 right here. All right, and then in 2008, here was the other crash, right? The crash of 2008, right? That real estate crash, right? And then here was the next crash, right here, right? That was COVID. And then here we are currently with a sell signal. All right. So every time, what I want to show you guys is that when we had a sell signal here, it's on the monthly time frame now, we had a crash. So every time we got a sell signal, all right, we got it where every time we had a sell signal, all right, on the monthly time frame. Hey Gary, welcome. All right, let me open this up. Now I'm not saying that we're going to have a crash now. What I'm saying is that, right, since 2008, I'm sorry, 1982 or so, right? From the buy signal, every time we got a sell signal and exit, and you guys know how to define the sell signals right here. White arrow, right? Right. So 2001, we got a sell signal. That was the dot-com crash, right? 2008, we got a sell signal here. All right. That was the crash of 2008, right? The housing crash. And then the most recent crash was right here. And that was COVID. And here we are current. And then we have a sell signal right here. All right. So just keep that in mind as we go through stocks, right? As we look at equities on Thursdays, we're going to pay attention to this closely. All right, because we do have a sell signal, right, on the monthly time frame for equities. All right, so we always need to keep that, right? If we had a buy signal, right, and this sell signal came in last month, so we're in a new month now. All right, and it broke support here. All right, so just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. All right, as we move forward. All right. Last night we talked about the market. The market made a move higher on Monday and Tuesday. All right. It was down today. Nothing has changed. All right. This is on the weekly time frame. So nothing has changed. If we start to get buy-in to come in, we'll put it on the daily. This is on the daily time frame. So even nothing on the weekly, nothing on the daily. We looked at Zaire wanted to look at the 240, and we saw some buying coming on the 240, but that I'm sure that retraced when the market closed today. Okay, so as far as the indexes, no change. All right, and remember, we're still in the markdown phase for equities. All right, so we're in the markdown phase. The VIX is at 30. All right, so Once that VIX is above 20, we know that is bearish for the market, right? That's bearish for the market. All right. So nothing has changed here. Nothing has changed here, right? All the sectors are down, right? All the sectors are down, right? Indexes are down. So nothing new to report. All right. Nothing new to report yet. All right. As far as I did take a look at Stock Boss, and we're starting to see some stocks in Stock Boss. All right, so that's encouraging. All right. I mean, you guys, if you wanted to, you guys can start putting and look at this. I mean, there's still some opportunities there, but you guys have to be very selective. So there are some opportunities in healthcare, biotech. But I would wait. Let's wait for a buy signal, at least on the 240. All right. If you guys want to, start watching this, those of you who trade Stock Boss, all right, you can start putting a watch list together. All right. Biotech is good. We're starting to see a few in technology right here. Here's a buy signal here coming down through that markdown phase right here. All right. But not just here and there. Opportunities are here and there. All right. And as you guys know, last week we probably had about 10, 12 stocks in Stock Boss. Hey Tracy, welcome. All right.
Hi, David.
Hello. All right. So we're starting to see more, right? We're starting to see more. So buyers might be coming in, but again, we still need buy signals. I want to show you guys, and we'll take a look at Bullmaster, but I want to show you guys here, these sectors here. So these are the sectors here. The only sector that's up is silver, and I don't even think, yeah, it's got a buy signal right here. So that's the only one, right? All the rest are down. Energy was up for today, right? So energy was up right here. And looking better here, we just need a buy signal here on energy. All right. Home builders, home construction, home builders, no buy signal yet. All right. Let's see. Biotech, no buy signal. They are improving, right? So they are moving higher. Telecom moving higher. So they're moving higher, but nothing, not yet. Gold, that's gold there. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. All right, healthcare is improving a bit. We need some green candles to come in. All right, so nothing yet. Look at utilities. Look at that. So nothing yet. All right, so we have to wait. We have to wait. Bullmaster. Okay, Bullmaster. We've seen more stocks in Bullmaster, right? So, and as you guys know, with Bullmaster, we trade more expensive stocks. So $10 and higher. All right, $10 and higher. So if you guys, I mean, if you can find some opportunity, but it's just, there are opportunities, but just be very careful if you're going to do this. We need to wait for confirmation buy signals. Biotech looks really good, right? So if we can get some buy signals on the indexes, that'd be great. So even with the market the way it is, right, there's still some opportunities this week, but last week we had nothing. Last week we had absolutely nothing. I think we had eight stocks in Heat Seeker, and this runs every day, and we run over 22,000 stocks. So imagine, hey Ashley, so imagine 22,000 stocks. Welcome, and only 8 or 10 stocks, right, out of 22,000 stocks that we track automatically every day. So that gives you an idea of what's out there. All right. So not much in equities right now, right? But we'll keep an eye on it. Any questions on this? Any questions on equity?
I am curious about, like, it seems like every time we've had a crash, there's been somebody who's made it really big because of that. I'm curious what it is this time. Like 2008 was like mortgages, and of course, like COVID. There were lots of people who, not a lot, but like there were some people who really made it big for who knows why. But any ideas on that for right now?
Oh, I wish I knew, Charity. I wish I knew.
Because it seems like they short a lot in this type of market.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a movie called The Big Short, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good, if you guys haven't seen that movie, it's a really good movie, right? The Big Short, the big bet against housing, right? The real estate market, back here, 2008, right? The Big Short. I would, if you guys haven't seen it, who's seen it? Charity, you've seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Average price of the 21 candlesticks. That is what's going to. That's what this white.
All right. Who else have seen it? Who else have seen The Big Short? Anyone else? I would, yeah, it's a pretty good movie. All right, but yeah, every time we had a sell signal come in, right? Sell signal here, 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 and here, right? Charity, who knows, right? Who knows, right? The safest thing to do, can we short it? Absolutely. Shorting is can be difficult. All right. But puts, you can do puts, but just being out, right? Just being out, you can do well. Just being, right, not being long stocks. All right. And we'll, if it does move down lower, if it does crash, we'll see other opportunities like we've seen in the dollar. Right. So we don't always have to trade stocks, right? We can, there'll be other trends, right, that we can get on, like the dollar, and capitalize on the equity markets moving lower. All right. So if it, and it's holding right here at support. So it's holding right here at support. Support right now is at 30,000. So the Dow 30 is a big number right here. So Dow 30 right here, the support line right where we got that. And that's a perfect, if you guys look there, we've been talking about the markdown phase and, a break of support, getting that sell signal. All right. So here is where the price broke support right here. Right. We got that sell signal right here. All right. And yeah. So this is a critical point. Now, the encouraging thing here for right now, well, currently, is that we've got some white candles here. So the selling, the majority of the selling has stopped for right now. All right. So we could get buyers to come in, right? And then continue higher, kind of like here, right? White candles, green candles, and then move higher. All right. But then that could also reverse, kind of like here, right? And then go back down here. I know it doesn't seem like a big deal on the charts, right? So I know this move here, right here, right, doesn't seem like a big deal, but that was the dot-com crash. That was a big deal, right? And I know this doesn't seem like a big deal here on the chart, looking back now, but that was a big deal, right? 2008, that was a big deal, right? We recovered pretty quickly from COVID, right? But just keep in mind, right here. Okay. All right. So, yeah, Charity, I don't know how we, what's going to be the big trade. Um, um, but it looks like it could be the dollar. That the dollar has been extremely strong. All right. We'll see lots of moves in Forex. So let's talk about Forex. We'll see the last crash we had in 2008. Forex really moved. All right. So we had a lot of volatility in Forex. All right. And you guys have noticed in the last month or so, we've had pretty good volatility in Forex, right? We've had most of the pairs have been above 20. Right now, we've got 34 pairs that are above 20. So that's good. That's nice volatility, right? So we have a lot of volatility in Forex. All right. So we could see capital flow into Forex, providing some pretty good moves. All right. So too early to tell. All right, Charity, too early to tell. Okay. But if we can break through, the Dow breaks through, right? Breaks through. It's not in the mark, right? It's right. It's getting close in that markdown phase. We actually need a sell short signal. So it's got a little bit more room to go. It's right there on the edge. Let's see here. I know we don't have a sell short signal, but we'll just look to see. Yep, no sell short signal yet. All right, so no sell short signal yet. So it's very early. Very early. Any other questions? Charity, did you have any other questions?
No, I think that's it for now.
Okay. All right. Anyone else? Any other questions on this?
I got a question.
Okay, Otto, go ahead.
Thanks. So yeah, knowing all these trends is good, and it kind of reinforces how you say, for example, we want to follow the trend, kind of ride where it's going, trying to get the meat of the trade, and I guess a lot of people who are doing this, like, kind of go through the list and see how the market is doing and kind of try to ride that wave, I guess. And knowing all that is good information. But would there ever be times where there might just be a company here or there who, something happened and then it will cause temporarily for them to take a little dip, but kind of, if you want to think that maybe they can, what's that word? Where I forget that the term you mentioned yesterday, where they're just settling, right? But you would think that their value should be closer to where before the dip happened, and so maybe it can go up. So so to summarize, any single company who you think that can go against the trend of everything, and so make money that way.
Okay, so yeah, so there will be and that's a good question, right? Are there any companies out there or stocks that would buck, right, or buck the trend, meaning that yes, we have a sell signal here, right? We know the history here that every time we've gotten a sell signal to be out of the Dow here, for example, we've gotten a crash. And I'm not saying that we are going to get a crash. We're just analyzing the price data, right? That's all we're doing, right? We're analyzing the price data. All right. And that's always good. We need to know, right, what's ahead so we can plan accordingly. And we can do that with trading, and we can do that with life, right? We're not going to get it almost perfectly, right? But if we get close, we're doing better than most. All right. Rather than not know this, right? And then, we in stocks and markets are crashing and we have no idea what's going on because we haven't paid attention to what's ahead. All right. So that's the message here. All right. And feel fortunate that you guys have this. And like I said, even if staying out of this, staying out, if it does crash like it did here, like it did here, like it did here, there's no guarantee that it will go back up, and it will go back up even in our in the time frame that we like. Okay. So it's just good having this information. But in the meantime, we could still trade. Okay, so even with everything that's happening here, we still have opportunities here. All right. Now, are we going against, right? Are we going against the overall trend right now? We know that we're in the markdown phase, right? We know that, right? We know that, right? The Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Russell, right? They're all in the markdown phase. We can see that clearly. All red candles, sell short signals, we're clearly in the markdown phase. All the sectors are going down, clearly in the markdown phase. No buy signals. I think silver is the only one that has a buy signal. All right. But guess what? Here we still have this individual stock here give a buy signal here after coming from a markdown phase, right? Look at that. Just on a beautiful markdown phase, right? Right, look at that. So with everything that's going on, here is the stock, right, that bucked the trend. All right. Beautiful markdown phase, buy signal. All right. The markets are coming down right here. All these sectors are coming down, right? Sectors are coming down. Indexes are down, right? And then we've got this stock right here, right? That is got a buy signal here at 7.55, and it closed today at $22. So oddly, yes, yeah, there'll be opportunities like this, right? That you can trade, but just understand that you have to be very selective. All right. You have to be very selective. You can't just get into a stock because, we like the name. All right. Or we just think that they're going to go up. All right. There'll be certain sectors. So what could happen too on charity, right? What could happen too? And we've seen this where if things get worse, right, there's always a flight to safety where we could see a move, and we'd have to wait on the price action, but we could see a move in silver, right, where silver makes a move. We could see a move in perhaps utilities, right? So utility stocks, hold on. That's usually a flight to safety, right? So utility stocks. So we could see where things become very bearish, but we could have a particular group, right? A particular sector, right? Where consumer discretionary is usually another one too. Hey, Chris, welcome. All right. Consumer staples is usually another one where you could see a lot of volume buying come in by the institutions because there's nothing else to trade, right? So but we'll see from the price action. All right. Another place we go to is not Monster Short. ETFs. All right. So ETFs are a good place to go, but nothing is happening here. All right, yet. But Arthur, yeah, to your question, that's a good question, right? There is always, even when things are not great, right? In the overall market, you can always find an opportunity. All right. You can always find an opportunity. But remember, when we start to go bearish, when the market goes bearish, right, to that markdown phase, most of your sectors, a large percentage of your sectors, I would say 80-90% of the sectors will follow. All right. And 80 to 90% of the stocks out there will follow. All right, will follow that move. So you have to be very, very selective. All right. Does that help, Otto?
Yes, that's very helpful. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, David. And yeah, no, I forgot. Thanks.
All right. If you remember, just let me know. I want to spend a little time on Forex. All right. Okay, we've got some time. So I want to spend some time on Forex. All right. We saw the dollar. You know, you guys, we've been trading the dollar. We've been trading the dollar for a while. And we had a pullback here. A lot of our dollar pairs closed, right? Or a lot of our dollar pairs closed, gave sell signals. All right. But what the dollar has done, it's held support. So let me show you guys this here. And whenever we get a white candle like this, so here is support right here, most recent support, and it held support. Whenever we get a white candle and then a red a green candle after that, that's very bullish. That's a very bullish sign. We've got new buyers coming in. Well, not new buyers, but we've got continued buyers, right? Continued buying coming in. All right. So this was yesterday, this green candle here after this white candle, and now we had a green candle today. All right. So we've seen some moves back in the dollar. We haven't seen buy signals yet in the pairs. Okay. So we'll look for that for the dollar to test the highs right here. All right. And that's our biggest trade. You know, after the dollar rotation, we've had some opportunities in the yen pairs and the pound pairs, but we haven't called a new rotation yet. All right. We were hoping that that would develop in the yen pairs. Doesn't look like that will happen, but we could see if the equity markets right here, and you know, things rotate. This is how these markets rotate. All right. If the equity markets, right, continue to be bearish, right, a lot of the reason why this you know, it came down like this is we got some buying. We got buying that came into the market, into the equity market. So if selling resumes, we could see the dollar move higher. All right. So if we take a look at the dollar pairs, we're starting to see buying come in here in the dollar pairs. Okay. No buy signal yet. Right. I don't believe, I don't think I saw any. Okay. But we're starting to get green candles to come in. All right. So, you know, we'll keep an eye on that. Right. Green candles are coming in here. And I know it's been it's a frustrating, you know, week and a half here. But you know, still stay positive. All right. So there no buy signals yet, but they're setting up, right? We could get a buy signal here very soon. All right. So they're definitely setting up the dollar pairs. We see new buys, you know, new ups. Right. This was all red a couple of days ago, all red. So now we're getting buying to come in. All right. So we'll keep an eye, and that's our best trade. The dollar trade is the best trade. All right. We have right now. All right. And over here, the yen pairs, let's see what's happening. They've broken down, right? So red candle here, we should be out of ZAR yen. All right. Dollar yen, that goes with the dollar too, right? So hopefully that'll give a buy signal. I'm not crazy about the dollar yen, but this one here is holding. All right. SGD JPY, it's holding its buy signal. Right, buy signal here, it's still holding. Looking to test this resistance right here. All right, you could get it. We could get a big move if it breaks through that resistance. Right. No buy signal. That buy signal closed, but we've got pretty good resistance here. Pretty good resistance here. All right. So now the difference is here, the yen pairs and the dollar pairs, they usually don't go together, right? They don't move in the same direction. So pound yen, we should be out of pound yen, red candle here. We should be out of that. All right. Euro yen, all right. If you wanted to hold it, white candles here. If you wanted to hold, you could, but I would say get out, close it. We've got a new down. And if you guys look here, we haven't talked about this recently, but we always want to keep an eye on resistance up above. All right, so always keep an eye on resistance up above. All right, resistance is here, resistance is here, resistance is here, resistance is here. And this is where the sellers came in, right? Sellers came in to push that price lower, to push that price lower, to push that price lower. And we're currently right here. All right. So if we're not breaking through that resistance and holding, we've got white candles here. Don't bother. All right. And then we've got all the sell signals coming in. That's risky, right? So we can hold on the white candle, definitely get out on the red candle. I know, Charity, you contacted me today on the red candles you were getting, right, to get out. Okay, so when we fail into break resistance like this, and you see these white candles coming in, right, just just get out, clean things up. If you got in here on that buy signal, you got out here, you got out with a small loss. All right, that's why we want to get right at that buy signal, right? No big deal. But it's you guys look here, it's there are sellers here, and we really needed to get above and stay here. Right now, if we get a green candle and start to move higher, right, and and Charity, you got out of your positions, right?
Yeah, I was just thinking maybe you could show or look at the USD, the pound dollar, just to demonstrate that on that pair.
Okay, pound dollar.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's take a look at that. So yeah, another group we were trading is the pound pairs, and look at that. So pound dollar, red candle, just get out, right? Just get out. All right. We should get a sell signal soon. I'm surprised we didn't get one, but we'll get one very soon here. Okay. Even if this gives a green candle, I wouldn't trust it. All right. These red candles, when these red candles come in, think of red candles as sellers. So when they come in, right, you can't trust that trade anymore. Right? These are sellers coming in. So when they come in, you can't trust that anymore. White candles, that's okay, somewhat neutral. Right? But when these red candles come in, all right, just get out. Get out. right? There'll be other opportunities. So these pound pairs are really, now this wasn't a rotation, but it presented a pretty good trading opportunity, but not anymore. So sell signal here, and the pound pairs too are failing to break that resistance. So pretty good resistance up here. And look here. Always look ahead to see what's ahead. So resistance is here, resistance is here, resistance is here, 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 here. Here was our buy signal here, right? Looking to break that resistance, and it failed, broke support right here. We got out, right? So there's nothing that we did wrong, right? We tested. Same thing here. Here we tested again, failed to break, got out here. All right. Small loss here, a little larger loss here. Here was support. We got out here, but we didn't get this loss. All right. Trading is all about defense too. Here we got out here, bought here, right? Got out here, took a small loss, but guess what? We didn't take this loss. All right. We tested again right here. Blue arrow right here. It broke support. That's why we have to get out when the price breaks support, right? And we got out here. So we'll see, right? If it's got some white candles, green candles come in, breaks resistance, we'll get another buy signal, and then hopefully this time that will be the real breakout. Okay. So Charity, you got out of your dollar, your pound dollar. So good. I know it doesn't feel good, right? We'll close these trades, but let's see here. Pound SGD, that one gave a sell signal. So you see right here. So that's why I'm surprised. Pound, but it should give soon. It will give a sell signal. It will close it. All right. Always look at the other pairs, right? So this one here, pound SGD gave a sell signal, and this is almost identical. So if you see a pair like that, give a sell signal, and yours didn't give, I know Charity, yours didn't give a sell signal, but it's got a red candle, just get out. All right, get out. This one is bucking the trend here. So GBP PLN, right? Pull down, but held support, white candle. Remember I said, right? If we can get a green candle after that white candle, right? That can work out really well. Buy signal here, held support right here. Previous resistance becomes support. And now look at that. It's testing that resistance there. All right. So if you in some of these, right, and you see that this one is holding no red candles, we can stay in it. It's bucking the trend. Sell signal right here on this break of support right here, and still holding, but no trade yet. That's over. This one here is over, right? Similar to, right, this one right here. And this one right here, I would say it's over, right? I would say it's over, right? No red candles yet, no sell signal, white candles, just get out. It's got to be holding firm, right, to stay in. This one here, I would get out, sell signal right here. So that pound trade is over, all right? This one here is still holding, but I would be careful. Anyone else in any of the pound pairs? Anyone else in any of the pound pairs? Bill, I know you were trading some of the pairs. Are you in any of the pairs, yen or pound pairs, Bill?
No, I got out of the dollar pairs at the end of last week.
Last week.
So I'm just waiting.
Just wait. Yeah, just wait. Hopefully we'll see the dollar pairs develop. They're all I mean, they're moving nicely. They're setting up nicely. on the dollar index looks really good. And then on the monthly time frame, still holding. Look at that monthly, just a beautiful monthly chart on the dollar. So that's our best trade right now on the dollar, right? The dollar index. That's the best trade right now. All right.
I haven't tried money pair trading yet, but I invested my first stock today.
Okay, what did you buy, Arthur? What symbol?
I bought. You want the play-by-play? I
Yeah.
bought at 12:45. I bought Tesla.
Okay, what's the symbol for Tesla? TSL. Oh, it's L. I don't
Yeah,
know.
A. Yeah.
TSLA.
Yeah.
All right. So let's take a look at it. And you bought it at what time frame? I'm gonna
five
challenge you.
minutes. Like
The
each bar was 5 minutes.
The 5 minute. Okay, let's see.
Oh, so you call it the 5 minutes? Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the 5 minutes. So here's the 5 minute here on Tesla. All right, and what price did you get in at?
I got in. It was right around between 238 and 2. Sorry, I'm just driving right now. They're distracted. 239. So between 238 and 239, and that's where, do you see how that little? I don't know if you call it, if it's a candle or not, but it had, yeah, like a buy signal, I guess, to me at least.
Okay, well, be careful driving now.
Yeah.
I
Thanks.
know this.
I got a wireless headset on.
Okay, be careful. All right,
Okay.
so let me ask you, why did you buy Tesla?
Oh, because with the recent news of Elon buying Twitter, it made it drop. So I kind of feel like it was like a time to get a discount right now, since I feel it may trend up to kind of what's the word I'm looking for, to stabilize, or and closer to its value that one would think. And so I guess a bit like gambling.
Well,
but also with that, like thinking that there could be a high chance of it going back up. So yeah, I remember the question I wanted to ask you too. How much for beginners or people who are new, the most to lose before getting out?
Well, let's go back before that. Let's go back to your trade.
Okay.
Right? Okay, so so you've been to the one-on-one classes, you've been here a while, right? All right, so when do we buy? So if you were going to buy Tesla, right? So everything that you just mentioned, all right? What could happen, what should happen, what might happen, right? You've seen where that doesn't really matter, right? Because you can have all the good news and the stock could still go lower, right? Yes or no?
Yeah, I could low. It could go lower.
Yeah.
It
So
closed around the price where I bought it. So here's the thing. Throughout the day, I was even up, and then I went to take a shower, and I took my time, did a workout, took a shower, and then when I came back near closing, it was already going down, and it closed at around the same price where I bought it. So yeah, but I didn't know that the price would still fluctuate after it closed. I guess it's still 24 hours, but the chart, it doesn't show it, but the price, it still shows.
what time did you buy it? What time of the day?
I think it was around 12:45 p.m. and
Okay.
that one long green bar.
Right here.
Yeah, and when I was taking my shower, it went up to 242, I think, around there.
So what was your plan with this trade? What was your plan? What were you planning to do here?
If I, if I wasn't taking my shower and I was watching it, thinking back, I could have put a limit on it on the sell, but yeah, no, since it closed around the price where I bought it, I feel that tomorrow morning we're gonna find out if it's gonna be up or if it's gonna be down. But yeah,
So let me ask you again, what's your plan with this?
yeah, I guess I'll just have to wait until tomorrow. I'll
No,
set a
no,
limit.
no. What is no? What, you can't wait until tomorrow, right? What is your plan? So when you enter the trade, you got to have a plan, right? You have to
Yeah, my
know.
exit strategy, I've
Yeah.
got one.
What's that?
So if it goes down more than 230,
So 230 would be all the way down here.
230 to 232.
So
If
that's
it went down past that,
so 230 is 234 is here. So 230, 232 is down here somewhere. So you bought here and you're willing to let it go all the way down here.
before I let it go.
Why?
Because if it goes past down that point, then I feel that it might just keep going down more.
Based on what?
Based on the trend.
There's no trend. I just want you to think about this. So we are making up numbers, right? We are making up an area, right? And you know, let's just talk about this because this is how we learn, right? So we've made up an area to buy, and now we're making up an area to sell. And guess what? Right? You might decide tomorrow that, hey, I'm just gonna 230, I'm gonna give it more room. Right? I'm gonna give it I feel really good about it. So I'm gonna move that to like 200.
So I say that one more time, 250.
Yeah, what I'm saying is this.
So I didn't hear that.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is this, right? We are making up numbers, right? We are making up areas to buy and then to exit. So right now, your exit, right, is 230, and that's just based on an amount that you decided, right? Right or
Yeah.
wrong? Am I right or wrong?
That's right. Yeah, you're right.
That's right. So you've made up this number here. 230 is an area to exit. And that's not based on anything but just what Arthur wants. But guess what? Tomorrow, right? Arthur might decide, hey, 200, I'm going to give it room. I really like Tesla because of everything you just mentioned, right? So I like it. I'm going to give it more room to run.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then Arthur might change that to 200. Right? Just like you decided 230 is here. Why didn't you decide let's say 236? Why didn't you decide on 236 as an area to exit?
236? That sounds like is that during the open hours or including after hours?
I'm just saying, why didn't you decide on any other? Why did you decide? You decided on 230, It could have very well be 234, 235, 236, 200, right? Because you're making that decision based on how you feel, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Why did you buy here? You bought here is because on how you felt about Tesla, right?
At 12:45,
Yeah.
I just felt it moving up, and it did. That was like, I think that was one of the longest, if not the longest, green bar on that day.
Okay. So you saw it moving up and you jumped in.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you saw it
And
moving.
again, if I wasn't taking my shower, I could have sold it at like,
Where would you have sold it?
with a profit.
Where?
If I saw it, if I watched it start going down, I would have probably sold it. Probably not the top. So the top was around 42 something. I probably would have caught it on its way down around maybe 240 to 241.
Right here.
So I bought it for 238. If I was active there and saw it going down, I would have sold it as it was going down, probably, yeah, around 241 to 240. Try to get the meat of it.
Okay.
I'm almost home too.
Okay.
Oh, that
All
was
right.
hard.
All right. So we're gonna finish up with this. Okay. So we'll end with this. Okay. So remember, in your one-on-one class, not in your one-on-one, but in your the beginners class, where did we say we need to enter the trade? Where do we enter our trades?
When it breaks resistance.
When it breaks resistance. Did it break resistance here?
What time?
Wait, at 12:45 where you entered. Did it break resistance? Did it break your resistance?
For the day view?
I'm asking you. So did it break?
Yeah.
Did it break your resistance? So did you
Yeah,
draw
right at
in,
that time.
did you draw in resistance lines?
I couldn't verify if it was accurate too, though. That's the thing.
Then you don't get in. You don't get in, right? And then, so we want to build some good habits, right? So moving forward, we're not going to do this anymore. All right. Now, when do we exit? When do we close the trades?
When it breaks support.
When it breaks support. Okay, so when it breaks support, we would exit the trade. So we don't have any resistance, defined resistance, and any defined support based on the way you traded it. Now we can look here, and there was a trade to be had. All right. But based on your entry, all right, and where you are right now, right, we don't have any trades available here. And now that's on a 5 minute. So you see what happens when we trade a 5 minute time frame, right? If we've got to go to the restroom, right? If we've got to go out and we're not in front of it, right? You might have been able to catch this if you were glued to it, right? If you were glued to it, you might have been able to manually catch this. So that's why, we want to be very careful trading on these smaller time frames, because you have to be in front of it, because every candle is 5 minutes, right? So if you leave it, and if you're looking to get a quick trade out of it, all right? So a couple of things. We don't have clearly defined entries and exits. All right. So, and then we're trading on a very small time frame where we've got to babysit the trade. All right. And you put real money on this trade? Or was it a
Yeah.
demo trade? You put real money on this?
Yeah, I put real money.
Yeah. Don't do that. Your capital is too valuable. Your money is too valuable to play this. All right. If we take a loss, we want it to be a defined, a calculated loss. All right. Kind of like here. Here is resistance, broke resistance. It failed, right? It broke support right here. We got out right here. We took that loss. This loss here is a much better loss than the loss that you're going to take. This loss here, they're both losses, but this is a better loss than the loss that you're taking. Because this loss here, we know why we're taking this loss. We have a very defined entry and a very defined exit. We'll take this loss all day long. Here, we have no clue. And this loss here, we know if it breaks support, we're going to get out, right? We're not going to have this. Your loss could get greater, right? Because you've said already that you bought here at 238. You're willing to get out. You're going to give it all this room from here to here, all right? And what could happen is you can wake up tomorrow and say, hey, I'm willing to do 200 or I'm willing to do 150 because I trust Tesla and I believe that the price will go higher. All right. And if you look here, and this could happen if we play this game, right? Rather than getting out here and taking that small loss. All right. Look here, Otto. All right. And this is a good example. This is a learning experience. Learning. We want to learn from this stuff, right? So we're trading on emotions, right? You don't want to do that. So we saw that big candle moved higher and you jumped in, right? And that's okay. You're still learning, but we don't want to do that. And you'll get to the point where you're not doing that anymore, right? So here's a buy signal. Buyers are coming in. It failed, right? We got out here on a break of that support. That's why we want to get out on that support. And here is Tesla, right? So Tesla was at 150 right here, 150. We got out based on here at 146. We'll take a 246. We'll take that 4-point loss. All right. What you're playing with is this. You bought, let's say you bought here, and now right? You're saying, hey, I'll get out, here. I'll give it about here. Right? But guess what? Because of your belief and the way that you got in, and nothing wrong with that. So many of us do it. I've done it, right? But we don't want to do that anymore, right? So tomorrow morning, you could read a report that Tesla is going to have great earnings. Things are going to be great. And guess what? In the meantime, it's going lower and lower and lower and lower. And now you're panicking. So rather than taking that small loss, right, the loss becomes a lot larger. All right. Same thing here. See here? See how many times where it just dropped and dropped and dropped. And here you are right here, right? You got in right about, you got in here, right here. And here it is right now. It could drop like this, just like it did here, here, and here. So that's not trading, that's gambling. That's gambling. And even if it's not a lot of money, even if you knew, we don't want to do that because we want to build some really good habits. Okay. All right. So use this as a lesson, but don't do that again. Do not trade. Don't take another trade. All right. Keep coming, keep learning. All right. You can get some coaching. All right, with me. But don't do this again. You're going to build bad habits. Okay. And we want to build good habits. All right. Arthur, you still there?
Yeah, thanks, David.
Don't feel bad. We listen. All of us here have done it, right? Gary has done it. Chris has done it. Charity has done it. Bill has done it, right? Kawisi has done it, I'm sure. Gerald, we've all done it. Gerald, I don't know if you heard Gerald's story, right? Gerald has done it. We've all done it, and I've done it more than everyone here. All right. So this is good practice. So you know, I hope you lose some money here. Right. I hope you lose some money so you feel the pain. Sometimes we need to get some pain, right? So that we learn, so that we don't, it's like touching a hot stove, right? All right. So but don't stop trading. Stop trading. Don't do that.
I would say too, like that's what a lot of people do who don't understand trading. And so the thing that will give you an edge is to follow the system, follow the process, and not trade like those people anymore. Because
Yeah.
it's very common to think that, oh, this company is really great, doing great things, but that's not taking into consideration the trend of the entire market.
Yeah. Thanks, Charity. Thanks, Charity. All right. So this is a good example, and we've all done it. And Arthur, you knew you're gonna do it. And even when you've learned a lot, from time to time you'll still make mistakes. But what we want to do, we want to do more of the right things, and kind of minimize the wrong things. Okay, because the market doesn't care. It it will take all your money quickly. All right, so we want to protect our capital, right? And that's why I say, write this down. Always buy on a break of resistance, sell on a break of support. If you're not sure where that support and resistance is, draw it out. All right, draw it out. If you're not sure, and I'm always available, so you can, send me an email, send me a text, go to the website, contact me, and I'll help you through it. Or come on here before you take the trade. A lot of our traders will do this. All right. A lot of our traders will do it. Kawisi, you've done that. All right. And Chastity does it all the time. Bill does it. So before you take the trade, if you were thinking about Tesla, all right, just wait. Right. Come on. We do the training every evening, right? 5 days a week. So just come on and, tell me what you're looking to trade, and we'll analyze it. Right. We'll analyze it. And you learn from that rather than just jumping in. So good lesson of what not to do. Okay, Arthur, good lesson for what not to do. So be patient. There is plenty of time, right? You sound like you're a young man. There's plenty of time to trade, plenty of time to make money. You're not as old as I am. I know that for sure. Right. So there's lots of time. No hurry. No hurry. All right. And I love your enthusiasm, by the way. And, keep coming. Keep coming. All right, guys. That's it for the week. I will see you guys on Sunday. And hopefully we've got some, we hopefully we'll have the dollar pairs set up nicely for the next rotation. All right. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Take care. Have a good weekend, everyone. Take care.
Thanks, David.
Thanks, Arthur. Good job.
Okay, everyone.
Okay.
Thanks, David.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Dave.
Hey,
Dave?
Gary. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, we still gonna do that, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We'll do your update. Give me about 10 minutes, okay, bud?
All right, you just gonna call me?
Yes.
Oh,
All right.
right.
Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right.